I've had to do this again because I was having major problems with the audio. So I know that all of you have probably heard about this Gabby Petito case by now. This young woman who has gone missing. Is it an accident? Is it a suicide? Is it murder? Or is she out there somewhere, lost, hungry, hot or cold? It's still a mystery right now. I know a lot of the true crime channels have been reporting this. I wanted to wait to see how things were going to play out in the media, instead of just jumping on the bandwagon and speculating without knowing enough information. As time goes on, it's becoming more frightening. I'm becoming more less optimistic. However, I think that whatever happens, whatever the outcome is, I think this is the result of a bad romance, a toxic romance. I saw the body cam footage of Gabby and her boyfriend, former fiance, and it's obvious that they were not having a great time together on the road. They were arguing, and I think some of their arguments turned physical. They weren't getting along. There was friction, there was tension, they were clashing, and neither of them are mentally and emotionally mature enough to probably handle that kind of situation where they're far away from home, their creature comforts are basically non-existent. They're traveling around in a van, they're going from one place to the next, and all kinds of tension, friction, arguments, and misunderstandings can come out of a situation like that. And I think this is a result of a very toxic romance, possibly abusive. And, I'm hoping that she will be found alive. But as time goes on, it's becoming more and more unlikely. And now the latest update I'm getting is that her boyfriend is missing as well. So is this a murder-suicide situation? That's a possibility. Some people are saying that this is a hoax, that this is just for attention. I doubt that, but I'm looking into every possibility. Like I said, I did watch the body cam footage, and it's obvious that they were having really major flare-ups and major arguments during their road trip. Have you noticed this year that quite a few people have gone missing or been found dead while hiking, vacationing, or basically traveling? She's not the only person that have gone missing, but the media love this kind of story. This is the dream story for them. Hundreds of women go missing year after year and don't get this type of attention. There are literally hundreds of Native American women who have gone missing in both Canada and America who get very, very little attention. This is a missing white woman, a young woman. That's another thing. That's the other powerful word. She's white, she's young, she's blonde. This is news gold for the media channels. Wow, I hate to be that frank about it, but I'm just telling you like it is. I don't use fancy language on this channel, although some people do say, oh, you've got such a posh English accent. I don't do fancy language. I tell you like it is. I tell you how the story is. I tell you what my true feelings are. It's not like I've never lied in my life. I'm not perfect. But when it comes to true crime, I'm going to tell you like it is. This is media gold. And all the channels are reporting it because it's going to get views. And all the news channels and true crime channels are basically reporting it just over and over again, speculating and running out of ideas because they just want to keep, the views coming in. And it's horrible to say that, but that's the case. I think it was Friday when this story started off getting some attention. And then by the time the sun was setting on Friday in England, it was the number one story in the country. And, within a matter of hours, it just blew up because it wasn't the number one story when I woke up that Friday morning. And I didn't even know who she was. There's other white women, black women, Asian women, Native American women who have gone missing in recent years. Even this woman who was found, I think, in some national park in America, she was found dead. And that's gotten very, very little attention. This woman was found dead. I think after she had this date with this man. It was a cross country meeting, and they were supposed to be on a date. She ended up dead. It got some attention, but not like this. Her father is definitely making this. He's also part of what's drawing in the media attention. Just like with the Natalie Holloway case, her mother, Natalie Holloway's mother was very vocal. Gabby Petito's father is very vocal. When you have family members involved speaking out, there is going to be a lot of attention, because for some reason the media just love press conferences. They love it. They breathe and live for it. And so that's also what's driving this attention, the fact that she has family that are concerned about her and making the media and the public aware that they are looking for their daughter. So I think very much that this is a relationship, whether she's found alive or not. I personally believe that this is a relationship that went wrong somewhere along the line. It probably started out with love bombing. It probably started out very well. There were probably some warning signs from the very beginning, or as the relationship progressed. And by the time they got on this road trip, all the cracks that were probably already there started to fall apart. The cracks started to open up. And I think it's basically a bad romance, a romance that has gone wrong, and two people that probably shouldn't be together in such difficult circumstances. The reason why I didn't report on this on Friday, or tell you my perspective on this on Friday, is because I was interested in another case, but I also like to wait to see how things are going to play out before I talk about it. I'm not one of these people who like to talk about something that I still don't know enough about. And there's still so much mystery involved in this case. Even if she's found, whether she's found dead or alive, there's still going to be a lot of questions, and there's still going to be a lot of unanswered questions. I hope she's found safe. I will be talking about this in the coming days again. I was actually looking at this story on another channel. Some of the things that people say about this case is just beyond ridiculous, especially when they don't know anything. We still don't know anything. I'm not pretending to be an expert on this, because I know nothing. I know very little. I'm only speculating on the little that I know. But someone wrote me a very long comment, and I'm not going to read all of it because it just goes on forever. And it says, I hate how people refuse to acknowledge a swear word or vile behavior just because the person is a victim of something. A drug dealer isn't exonerated because he was murdered, even as a victim of crime. He was still a drug dealer. She's clearly a victim now, but she was still abusive and had mental health issues. There was zero indication that he laid a finger on her, only that he just let it happen. He'd have been dragged off in the paddy wagon if she had been if she had even a hairline scratch. Let me blow up this writing because I'm finding it hard to read. There was zero indication that he laid a finger on her, only that he just let it happen. I personally feel like he left her to remove himself from abuse, just like what happened in the footage. And when he went back for her, he couldn't find her. Now they're saying they were in the same location as the double homicide that happened at the same time, the creepy guy that was seen in the area. That would explain entirely why he came back without her and got a lawyer immediately. This message goes on and on and on. What this person wrote, there might be some truth to it. But I do think in that situation where you are, you're not staying in one place, you're not in you don't have the creature comforts of a house, you're driving around in a van, it's, extreme temperatures, you're in a confined space at times, sleeping a little bit more rough. I do think if there's already problems, those little things, those issues, it's going to make your problems even worse. So, I mean, people can speculate all they like. We don't know what happened yet. There is so many possibilities to this story. I just hope that the outcome is going to be positive, because God knows we need some positivity.